What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks again for joining me for another team build video. Now, last week I did a Rutherford build, and I had some people say, hey, what are you going to do next? How about Order the Inferno? So, that's what we're going to do. I've got a Dodge and a Ford going on. We're going to get all weaponized and flamed up. Going to do some custom flames on these two. Printing off some really cool weapons for them. Got some wheels going on. I found this really cool kind of beat up armor we're going to get on there as well. I'm going to swap out the engine just because, I don't know, to me that engine looks kind of small. So, going to get a new engine in there, and yeah, going to get these guys all ordered of the Inferno'd out. But first of all, we're going to have to get these two into the stripper. Alright, we're all primed up and ready to go, stripped down and everything. As you can see, I widened out the space where the engine's going to go, just for the other engine's a little bit wider in the front, so we get that all evened out. So yeah, let's get these things primed up, well not primed up, but base coated in this black. I really like this one-shot primer from MIG. It works out really well through the airbrush. Yeah, so we'll get everything else base coated in black, and then we'll start doing some flames on these ones. Alright, so the base coat's all dry with black. Next we're going to move on to the flames. Now for the flames, we're going to start off with white, and we're going to outline where the flames are going to be at in the white, and then we'll cover it with the yellow and the red and the orange and everything else. But the white initially will have it stand out better. So we're going to do the white first, and then we will move on to the next color. Let's get some white down. Now it's really important to use a relatively fine-tipped brush when you're doing your flames to get more of the exact lines and stuff on it. So that's what we're going to be using. Alright, so the white's all down, tightened up a little bit, and just like we were using the Pro Acryl from Monument Hobbies, the Bold Titanium White for the first part, we're going to be using Pro Acryl Golden Yellow for the first set of yellow part of the flames. And this is going to be a little bit easier than the white. We're basically just going to be going over the white part of the flames, and then we'll be tightening things up in the next step. Let's get the yellow portion of our flames down first. Alright, yellow's all dry, and now we're going to move on to the red, which will really tighten up the flames and the detailed lines on the edge of the flames and stuff. And for that, we're going to switch over to some of the speed paint, the version 1 from Army Painter, the Slaughter Red. And again, using a very fine tip brush on these. Not going to be worrying too much about it because the bleed through and everything with this wonderful speed paint will actually kind of be covered up, so we're going to be hitting really the yellows, and the black will cover up any kind of issues that we have. So you'll see that as we go along. All right, red's all dry, and as you can see, it really is starting to bring out the flames and everything, starting to get a little more detail and stuff. So we're gonna add the last step to the flames before we get them all put back together and get the wheels and the weapons and everything on there. This time we're gonna jump once more. We're gonna go over to the Citadel color. I'm gonna do the contrast, the magma drop flame. So let's get the orange on there, and that'll finish up the flames, and then we will get these babies back together. Alright, and there we have it. Flames all done. Got some of the fine details going on there. Some headlights and taillights and stuff. But yeah, flame job turned out pretty well. Like how that came out. Pretty much that's how I do it every single time. Little variations here and there, just depending on what vehicle I am working with. But the white, the yellow, the red, and the orange just kind of makes everything come out pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. So yeah, this is looking like a pretty damn good order of the Inferno team. Now I've got all the wheels and weapons and armor and everything all painted up and ready to go. So now it's time to get all of this stuff onto the builds, and then we'll do a little bit more weathering, and then we'll go over how I spec'd out this order of the Inferno team. Yeah, they won't be good. All right, and there we have it. 100 can Order of the Inferno hand-painted custom flame team. Turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. And let's go over how I spec these babies out. Let's start off with Hell. This is Hell. Welcome to Hell. Hell is a 50 can vehicle. He has a flamethrower and a handgun, extra crew member, and the nitro burster. His perks are Violent Manifestation, Angel of Death, Hot Start, Time Extended, and Hell for Leather. Next we move on to Hot. Hot is also a 50 can vehicle. He has a napalm dropper, minigun, shotgun for his extra crew member with a nitro burster. His perks are Highway to Hell, Hell for Leather, and Hot Start. Together they make a 100 can team, which should be pretty formidable against any other ones out there in the wastelands. If you enjoyed this video or you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, or whatever, so if that's for you, please hit the sub button and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up that I created, you can check them out there, and you can even request a custom build. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.
Inferno.